Hello there, everybody. Welcome to one of the most exciting videos that I have watched in a while. This is the Spelunky 2 State of Play release date trailer for the PS4. As many of you know, Spelunky 2, the sequel to, in my opinion, the greatest roguelite of all time, Spelunky, is releasing this year. We finally have a release date of September 15th, 2020. About a month and a half from now. I'm super excited, and I wanted to kind of pick apart this trailer and do kind of a live reaction to it. This is not the kind of video that I normally do, but I enjoy kind of doing an informational type thing, and I want to pick apart some of the things that I'm super excited to see. So we're going to watch the entire thing through once, and I'll ooh and ah at certain parts, and then we'll go back and we'll see a couple of more things. So here we go. Let's let this roll.
Hi, my name is Derek, and I'm the creator of Spelunky.
Dude, it looks so good.
For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together.
Super cool. Online multiplayer is amazing.
And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but I think it's going to be worth it. Thanks.
Okay, dude, amazing stuff. Even watching it another time, this is like the 5th time I've watched this, I'm still finding things that are absolutely fascinating me. So I'm gonna mute this, and let's take a look at a couple things. So first of all, obviously, new art style in the game. A lot of people have been criticizing it. I'll be honest with you, I think it's gonna be one of those things where instantly I'm used to it already. It definitely looks different from the original Spelunky, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Different is fine a lot of the time. Just requires a little bit of getting used to. So right here, you can see already, the game takes place in like space, man, which is super weird. It's super weird, and I don't know where the storyline's gonna go with that, but clearly this is in space. So lot to take in there. I love the look and feel of this place. So you can kind of see that you're actually in a temple of sorts, and the moon is peeking in, or the planet, or whatever that is. So there's kind of like, instead of being underground the entire time, there's a little bit of a outdoorsy vibe here. And I'm really liking the pots look really cool. You can see that on the left over here. It looks really good. The crates are still in the game. Snakes are still in the game, obviously. You got these new bone blocks, and you see those later as well. Chests are still, and then look at this sucker, dude. What a sick thing. Now this is the kind of thing where I look at it, and I'm looking at it from a game sense type thing of how am I going to know that he's right there? You know, how do I prevent him from occurring? If we back up, you can see right here, there's seemingly a area that something could end up jumping through. And you see all of these serpents kind of around here. Maybe that's the indication that in this place, if you see this, then that big guy could be coming out at any time. So another interesting thing that you see is the new physics engine in the game. This is something that Spelunky 1 did not have. You can see the lava over here. As soon as he lets it go through, the lava starts to flow. That is a mechanic in Spelunky that we definitely did not have. It used to be you destroyed the lava, it would just poof and it's gone kind of thing. Instead, we now have this new mechanic where, you know, you're going to have to escape the lava, or we see later in this where the water, you're able to swim through it to get to places. I think that's a really, really unique design choice. I love the way this level looks. I think it looks really cool. I am curious as to what this is up here. I noticed this. Definitely seems like it's out of the ordinary. You know, this is the normal stone texture that you see everywhere else, and then you got this little weird skull. So maybe that's, you know, part of a secret of some kind. We can see here the locked doors, and we see that later as well. You can get keys to get into these locked doors. So this is a very, very fun scene. You see these conveyor belts right here that clearly will carry you along. You got these beetles that you can jump on that spew fire, these new wrecking balls that come down. And then here's your first look at some new stuff. So this is something here that I was interested in. You can see a little luck thing up here when this guy jumps into the lava. If you look real close right now, it's like a leprechaun type dude. He jumps into the lava and it spews out a little clover, and you collect the clover. So that is some item that you're going to be able to get from the NPCs in the game, which I think is an interesting way to handle the NPCs, because I'm so used to just having the shopkeeper, right? Instead, we got more NPCs, and we'll see that, you know, in a second as well. So here's another fun thing: the rideable animals, the turkey. I think he's neat. I think this is a fun loading screen. I'm assuming this is kind of like your home base type thing. Instead of having a start adventure, you come here and you can kind of pick your people. Just looking, you can see here's your lady from the last game. Here's your green lady from the last game. So a couple of new characters as well is fun. Once again, you see this weird block. I suppose that maybe these are, or they're spike traps, actually, is what it is. So that first room was definitely a spike trap up in the wall there. So that's interesting. You can also see here that the fire affects the environment. So there's like some vines or something over here. And the bomb creates some fire, and that fire spreads and it wipes out all of those vines. So that's interesting. This was fun to see. Little puzzle mechanics, you know, flip a lever to bring things up. I can only imagine that there's going to be, you know, several scenarios where stuff like this is useful. This is also another, you know, new NPCs, new shop-related things, where you have deliver the turkey to the cage, and then this guy gives you a key as a reward, and then maybe you use that key elsewhere. So this is one where I wanted to legit pause this down a little bit in this room, because you can see that this passageway maybe came from here, but maybe came from somewhere else. There's a random NPC over here, but these nice long levels, you know, new floor designs. Instead of just the standard go from top to bottom, you now have, you know, branching paths that you can go down. I think that's super cool. You know, another little NPC quest right here to rescue this person. Just some really, you know, fun new mechanics to pair into Spelunky. You can see here, you know, the fire can take out the bones kind of thing. Here's our first look at a new item. So obviously the bomb box, but a power pack. Have no idea. And then that shield, we also have no idea. I also am looking, the shopkeeper interacted a little bit differently. Normally he would have shot right away. He did not shoot right away. So I don't know if that's going to be a new thing or if that was just how he interacted in that moment. Something new to get used to. Here you have the dice room, which you roll 2 dice, and then whatever the result is, you get that. So 1 to 6 is you get nothing. 7 is, I believe, you get the prize in there. And then 8 to 12, I'm gonna guess you probably get money. Is my best guess there. But you know, 3 was a sad face. He got nothing. So something there. Here you can see there was like a secret room up there. You see this? He came out of this hole in the wall. You would think that this would be, you know, maybe something that you need an item to see. I don't know how you would notice that's there. Unless it was just there by default and you didn't have to bomb it. But then, you know, this is a new enemy. A little guy shooting a crossbow. He's terrible, for sure. I'll get killed by him 17,000 times over the course of my video. This is clearly let's back it up a little bit. This is clearly some kind of secret pass that you can go through. A one-way door. I would assume that this has something to do with, you know, maybe an alternate path in the game. Some kind of secret new thing, right? I love the vibe of this place. You know, a very Asian themed, underwater Asian themed place. I love the clam that clamps down on you when you grab that. I also love this chest was kind of a mimic. An enemy came out of it, which I think is really interesting. Here's some new items. So a telepack allows you to teleport, kind of the same thing that we had. Hover pack, refinement of all might technology, allows you to hover indefinitely. So it's an even better jetpack in the end. Here you go, power pack. Imbues its wearer and improves weapon handling abilities. I mean, just all kinds of new stuff, dude. Obviously the freeze ray, the shotgun, they don't wanna show you too much, but this is entry 30, man. Entry 30. Do you know how many items are in the original Spelunky, dude? Less than 30. I'm gonna tell you that. So we're definitely in for a treat with having some new items in the game. The clone gun, which you see shortly in the video. The crossbow. Some really cool stuff. So the clone gun here, you can already see the implications. Clone the dog a bunch of times. You got your Cali Altars again. You sacrifice all of these live dogs to get Cali immediately. Seems super overpowered, but maybe it's a very rare item. Once again, here you see the cape. That's pretty standard Spelunky, right? So I am interested to see what exactly happens here, because clearly he dies in some way. I gotta get back in. Somehow he dies in some way, and I can't even really tell what hits him. It's like I need to bump this down to 0.25 speed to see what actually hits him here. So we're slowed. He throws the body. He shoots. One of the bullets, they ricochet, dude. So anything that hits that thing ricochets. So the bullet from the shotgun hit him back. That is something that will murder everybody 100,000 times. I'm looking forward to it. So this was an interesting room. Clearly some kind of team deathmatch minigame type thing. New item here, some cooked chicken. The bees are back. Very exciting to see. This room was interesting to me. So this appears to be some kind of puzzle room. Where you gotta light up these torches, and the crossbow has an interaction with the fire that creates a flaming crossbow. I thought that looked insanely interesting. New fish enemy. Here you can see the water physics, you know, and then whether or not you could step on those spikes while the water was there, I have no idea. Here you can see the key that allows you to get in here, and then look at this shop, dude. Look at this shop. So you got spike shoes, so those are gonna make a return. But now you got some weird walrus lady up here, and then cool G.I. Joe out here in the front. Definitely interesting. So there's going to be different shopkeepers along the way as well, which I think is a fascinating new mechanic that's going to really add some longevity to this game, I have a feeling. So that was, dude, this is the damn Leprechaun guy again. So we have no idea who this guy is, but he has not had some luck in this trailer at all. So this is something I found very interesting. This is the ice caves again, dude. We know the ice caves. We've been here, done that. weird dog thing in here that I'm assuming you can maybe ride. So those will be for sale in the shops, but this is just straight up the ice caves. Not a lot of differences either. It's just your standard old ice caves again. So really what I'm getting at is there's a lot to take in this trailer. And it's super exciting, dude. It is super duper exciting. And I am severely looking forward to what the future holds for Spelunky 2. The day that it comes out is a day one purchase for me. And I'll be playing it on the channel. So stay tuned for that. If you're hyped for Spelunky, like the video. Let me know if you saw anything in the trailer that I did not see. And I'll see you guys, hopefully, in Spelunky 2. You have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.